What happens when the pride of Africa faces the five-time world champions in front of a roaring home crowd that refuses to stop believing? On this unforgettable night, Morocco was not just playing against Brazil. They were fighting to prove that their historic World Cup run was no miracle. What followed shocked the football world. A disallowed goal, a costly mistake, moments of pure magic, and a stunning winner that sent an entire stadium into absolute chaos. Brazil arrived with world-class stars and the weight of history behind them. But Morocco had something even more powerful, belief. And by the final whistle, one nation would be celebrating a famous victory, while the other would be left wondering what went wrong. Stay with us, because this incredible battle between Morocco and Brazil delivered drama, passion, and unforgettable moments from start to finish. The atmosphere inside the stadium is absolutely electric, as more than 65,000 passionate fans create a wall of noise that echoes across Tangier. The city is alive with anticipation as two football powerhouses prepare for a showdown that has captured the attention of the entire world. On one side stands Brazil, the five-time world champions and one of the most iconic teams in football history. On the other side stands Morocco, the pride of Africa, whose unforgettable World Cup journey transformed them into one of the most respected teams on the planet. This is far more than a friendly match. It is a statement. It is a test. It is a battle for pride and prestige. As the national anthems come to an end, every player looks focused and determined, knowing that a massive challenge awaits. The referee checks his watch, blows the whistle, and instantly the contest bursts into life. Brazil starts brightly controlling possession and moving the ball confidently around the pitch. Their famous yellow shirts dominate the early exchanges as they attempt to impose their style on the game. Morocco remains disciplined and organized, refusing to be drawn out of position. Every player understands their role, and every tackle is met with deafening cheers from the crowd. The intensity is remarkable from the opening minutes. Vinicius Jr. repeatedly looks to use his explosive pace down the left flank, while Achraf Hakimi stands ready to meet every challenge. In midfield, Lucas Paqueta begins orchestrating attacks for Brazil, combining neatly with Rodrigo and Vinicius Jr. as the visitors search for an opening. Morocco, however, looks dangerous every time they move forward. Hakim Ziyech drops deep to collect possession before delivering a brilliant pass into the penalty area, forcing goalkeeper Weverton into action. The warning signs are there, and Brazil knows they cannot afford to relax. As the game settles into a thrilling rhythm, both sides begin creating chances. Morocco gains confidence with every passing minute, and Azzedine Ounahi once again demonstrates the quality that made him a global star during the World Cup. He glides effortlessly through midfield before finding Ziyech, who quickly releases Youssef En-Nesyri. The striker appears ready to pull the trigger, but Roger Ibanez produces a crucial intervention at the perfect moment to rescue Brazil. The match flows from one end to the other at breathtaking speed. Brazil responds through Lucas Paqueta, who delivers a magnificent pass behind the Moroccan defense. Rony races onto the ball, but Yassine Bounou reacts brilliantly, rushing off his line to deny the opportunity. Both players collide heavily, leaving fans holding their breath before thankfully rising to continue. The Moroccan supporters sense that their team is growing stronger, and the atmosphere becomes even louder. Sofiane Boufal begins causing problems with his dazzling dribbling ability, twisting and turning past defenders before delivering dangerous balls into the penalty area. Then comes a moment of pure drama. Bounou receives a routine back pass but hesitates under pressure from the Brazilian attack. Vinicius Jr. pounces on the mistake and calmly places the ball into the net, sending the Brazilian players into celebration. However, their joy is short-lived as the assistant referee raises his flag. After a quick VAR review, the goal is ruled out for offside and a huge wave of relief sweeps around the stadium. Morocco has escaped a major scare and the home side immediately takes advantage of that second chance. The breakthrough finally arrives, and it is a moment of pure footballing beauty. Morocco wins possession high up the pitch, and below, El Khanis shows incredible composure to slip a perfectly weighted pass into the path of Sofiane Boufal. What follows is magical. Boufal controls the ball, effortlessly spins away from his defender with a stunning turn and fires a precise shot into the bottom corner. The stadium explodes. Fans leap from their seats. Teammates rush toward him from every direction. Morocco has taken the lead against Brazil, and Tangier is shaking with excitement. The goal energizes the home side while Brazil suddenly looks rattled. Tempers flare shortly afterward as a heavy challenge sparks a confrontation between several players. The referee works hard to calm the situation as emotions continue to rise. Before halftime, Brazil nearly finds an equalizer when Vinicius Jr. creates an excellent opportunity for Rodrigo, but the forward sends his effort flying over the crossbar. It is a huge miss, and moments later the halftime whistle arrives with them. Morocco deservedly leading 1-0. Brazil emerges for the second half with renewed determination and immediately increases the pressure. Vinicius Jr. becomes the focal point of every attack, using his speed and creativity to stretch the Moroccan defense. One powerful effort takes a dangerous deflection and appears destined for the corner of the net, but Bounou produces an outstanding save, diving full stretch to push the ball away. The Moroccan goalkeeper quickly redeems his earlier mistake and receives a standing ovation from the crowd. Moments later, Eder Militao rises highest from a corner and directs a header toward goal, only for Romain Saises to clear the ball off the line with heroic determination. Morocco survives wave after wave of pressure, but Brazil refuses to stop attacking. Fresh substitutes inject new energy into the visitors, and the momentum slowly begins to shift. Eventually, Brazil finds a breakthrough, although it comes in heartbreaking fashion for Morocco. Casemiro receives the ball outside the box and unleashes a low effort toward goal. The shot appears relatively straightforward for Bounou, but somehow the goalkeeper loses control and the ball slips underneath him before crossing the line. Shock spreads across the stadium. Casemiro celebrates while Bounou stands frozen in disbelief. It is a painful moment for a goalkeeper who has delivered so many heroic performances for his country. Brazil is level, and suddenly the match is perfectly balanced once again, with everything still to play for. The equalizer sets the stage for a dramatic finish, and Morocco responds brilliantly. Walid Regragui turns to his bench, introducing fresh legs and renewed energy. The substitutions prove inspired. In the 79th minute, Morocco attacks down the left side and delivers a dangerous ball into the penalty area. Brazil fails to fully clear the danger, and the loose ball falls invitingly to Abdelhamid Sabiri. Without hesitation, he unleashes a thunderous volley that rockets into the roof of the net. The stadium erupts into absolute chaos. Players sprint in celebration. Fans lose themselves in pure joy. Morocco has regained the lead with a goal that will be remembered for years to come. The final minutes are filled with tension as Brazil throws everything forward in search of another equalizer. Antony looks lively while Vinicius Jr. continues to drive relentlessly at the Moroccan defense. Every attack feels dangerous and every clearance is celebrated like a goal. The defining defensive moment arrives when Vinicius Jr. bursts into the penalty area, looking certain to create one final chance, only for Achraf Hakimi to produce a perfectly timed sliding tackle. The crowd erupts once again as Morocco edges closer to victory. 8 minutes of added time feel like an eternity, but the home side remains disciplined and resilient. Every player gives everything for the badge. And for the fans, finally the referee looks at his watch and blows the final whistle. The stadium explodes with celebration. Morocco has defeated Brazil 2-1 in one of the most memorable nights in the nation's football history. Players fall to the ground in joy while supporters create an unforgettable atmosphere that echoes long into the night. This victory is about more than a single result. It is proof that Morocco belongs among the elite of world football. It is confirmation that their incredible World Cup run was no accident. And it is another chapter in what is becoming a golden era for Moroccan football. On a magical night in Tangier, they once again showed the world that they are ready to compete with anyone.